Hello, I'm Kevin with French Grocery, and welcome back to Wine Wednesday. Or maybe you're welcoming me back, because I've been away for a couple weeks. It's good to be back, though, talking about wine with you again. First, a little administrative business, though. We have a new feature on our Facebook page. You can sign up for our newsletter, which is currently an irregular newsletter, but we'll ideally get it to like a weekly or semi-monthly basis. If you just go over to the menu on the left, you can sign up for our newsletter, just key in your name, your email address. You'll automatically be on it. Anytime that we blast something out, you'll be updated. We'll talk about things at the restaurant, but we'll also talk a lot about wine, and you'll be the first to know about new things that we do, like the upcoming wine club that we're going to start. But more news on that later. Today we're talking about Beaujolais. It's one of my favorite places in France. Why is that? Why do I love Beaujolais so much when I bet a lot of you are thinking it was a simple wine, it's not anything to make a big fuss about? Well, a lot of people with a lot of good taste are making a big fuss about Beaujolais, maybe more than they need to, just because it's been derided before, but there really are some excellent wines there, some amazing producers, and a lot of the trends, the organic trends and all natural trends, a lot of that started right there in Beaujolais. Beaujolais is 100% Gamay. It is in the southern part of Burgundy. We can consider it Burgundy, but because it's Gamay and not Pinot Noir, we very often don't. We call it Beaujolais. It's its own thing. Gamay is similar to Pinot Noir. They're both low in tannin. Some Beaujolais producers in some parts of Beaujolais produce their wines in very Burgundian styles, but they can be radically different as well. We're close to Lyon. This is one of the great gastronomic capitals of the world. And what is the main table wine there? And that's Beaujolais. So this is a wine that's meant to be enjoyed with food, and not just food, but great food, cuisine. It can go with all kinds of things. Roasted meats, chicken, pork, lamb, veal, even hearty steaks. There's no shortage of steak frites eaten with Beaujolais all across France. And it can also go with lighter things. I sell Beaujolais to a lot of people that go across the street to Hana and have sushi. Because it's low in tannin, it's not something that's going to leave the palate really dry. It doesn't overwhelm delicate flavors. And above all, it will quench your thirst. And I think that should be something we look for more in wine. We shouldn't just be drinking beer to quench our thirst. We should look for a wine to do that as well. So let's start in Lyon and just head north. And first you're going to be in this larger, just Beaujolais region. So it doesn't have any appellation besides Beaujolais attached to it. I have one here. This particular one is an excellent Beaujolais, really good value. And there's a couple things on here that I like that might give you an indication that it's something beyond the normal. We have Via Vigne, we have old vine Beaujolais, and that's key with any wine, to making sort of a low production, a low yielding vine is going to often bring you a little bit more character. This also comes through an importer, Louis Dressner, that brings in a lot of natural and organic wines. Like I said, that movement is very strong in Beaujolais and has influenced a lot of other winemakers across France and across the world. We move up a little bit further north. We've got Côte de Bruy. These are the hillside slopes around Mont Bruy, which is an active volcano. And that's key for this region, too, volcanic soil. I can't find a region that has volcanic soil. I don't love their wines. Lots of granite. The granite changes all over the region, so that's why each one of these villages gives us a different presentation of the Gamay grape. Morgon and Moulin Avant are often considered two of the more structured and deeper in character appellations. They may require more aging. They may give us the opportunity, at the very least, to bottle age them a little bit longer, but it's not always necessary. It's one of the great things about Beaujolais. There's not a lot of wines that come out there that can't be drunk easily within 2 or 3 years. And in many cases, a year. The flavor and fruit that we associate with these can be very seductive. There's cranberry and cherry, but even peach and apricot. We can get lots of a big range of fruit from these wines, depending on what village, and the producer makes a big difference as well. This is a Fleury generalizing here, maybe one of the more delicate. I mean, the name gives it away. It has a more of a floral aromatic quality to it. Julianas, allegedly named after Julius Caesar, and we associate that with strength. These can also be some of the more tannic as well. What's really gives away some of our tannin profile is just the elevation of the region. Charibla is one of the highest elevated appellations, and they're also some of the lowest in tannin and highest in acidity. So if you really want to get in the weeds, you can learn about all the different terroirs and what each one of them bring. Another key thing about Beaujolais is they are a life-loving community. It's beautiful land, a lot of close-knit families, a lot of the great producers from the region who might come through multiple different importers here in America. Many of them work together and are friends. They party together. They love life together. It is not uncommon for people who get to take trips to the wine countries of France to come back and say, you know, I love the sun in Provence. You know, I loved walking in Châteauneuf-du-Pape and seeing all those stones. I love the history of Burgundy, but I had no more fun and I had not better food than when I was in the Beaujolais. So may we all be treated by that one day, but at the very least we can pretend they're there, because a lot of the classic rustic food of France is home right there in Lyon and right there in Beaujolais, and these wines are all meant to go with it. Summer, spring, fall, winter, it doesn't matter. This is great holiday table wine. This is great campfire wine. It quenches your thirst in the summertime. It doesn't have to be chilled down really, really cold. The tannins are nice and light with wonderful aromatics and deep character that keep on giving. And several of these, and we have a few here, you are encouraged to age them for 10 years or longer. They have that much foundation to stand up for time. I've got a few put aside myself. I have some great producers. I'm looking forward to see what happens. So it's great to be back. Don't forget to sign up for that newsletter if you want to keep in touch with us. You'll hear about things first there, maybe before anywhere else. So if you like following us and like learning about wine here at French Grocery, it's something you got to do. So anyway, we'll see you around next week. See you around in the shop. I'm Kevin again, French Grocery. Come see me anytime. Talk about wine. Have a great week. Have a great week.